Hey, I'm Pete the Plumber. Plumbing is what I'm all about. From emergencies to catastrophes, from brand new shiny renovations, let me and my team show you how to get it done and done right. Calgary, we've got you covered.
I like to think everybody I work for is a superstar, and they are. Everybody's got their own castle, and they're all superstars to me, and I thank them for hiring me for whatever I do. But every once in a while, I get to work for the man. And as you can see, we're at the House of Huff, and he has been known to win a few championships. So we're gonna raise the bar and make sure we don't let him down at all. Let's go see what he says.
We got a call from Sherry Huffnagel, the Huff's wife, John's wife, of course, our great GM and president of the Stamps, and said, Pete, I got no hot water. And we changed one tank, but they had dual tanks for, they did different parts of the house, and which was great, good demand, you never run out. So if somebody's having a long shower with one, they can go to somewhere else and have their long shower, fill up a bathtub, was great.
So right now I'm just placing the tank where we want it. We're moving this gas line back. It's kind of the first thing I need to line up with is the gas. And then from the gas I'll go to the water lines. And then the last thing I do will be the venting on the hot water tank.
And we did one, it had to be a couple years ago. We did the first one, now we did the second one, of course. Because tanks go, one doesn't last much longer than the other. 1 year, maybe 2 years at the most. The average tank in Calgary lasts 9 to 11 years. So when one went, the other one was not far behind. So when the one went, we knew we had a Rheem coming out, because Rheem is the number one tank in my opinion, of course. Can't go wrong with Rheem. It's bulletproof, the greatest warranty around, and I love them. Easy to repair and great warranty. So we ran out there and took care of Huff, and I got to see him again, and he signed a hat for me and said the season's going to be good when we get it going. So he's doing well, and he's enjoying life and doing a lot of fishing, and it was great to see them both again.
For code, it's mostly for furnaces, but we want 2 feet of clearance in front of the gas valve and the burner. So if we ever need to come and actually work on or service the hot water tank, we can actually fit in here, pull out the burner if we ever need to work on it.
There's a couple reasons to go dual tank, and we're going to go back to what does the house deserve. I had a customer call me today, says, I just want one tank cut out. And I said, well, no problem, we can do that, that's easy. I'm not trying to upsell you here, but let me ask some questions. Number one, and I got the impression it was a bit of a senior. She agreed, yes, I'm a senior. And I said, how many people in the house? She said, just me. So obviously she doesn't need a lot of hot water, and that's what she was thinking, which was perfectly normal. And I said, how many bathrooms in the house? And she says 3.5. And I go, well, number one, you have a soaker tub. I never use it. I go, but you do have a soaker tub. Yes, I have a very big soaker tub. I go, that's why you have 2 tanks, because you need that 80 gallons of stored water to fill up the soaker tub. You're in a 3.5 bathroom house, which tells me it's a good sized house, of course. So again, it could be for a family of 4 or 5 or even 6. They probably had at least 3, maybe 4 bedrooms. So there was a lot of showers being used, a lot of laundry being used, and a lot of dishes being washed. Now, she's the only one in the house now. So what I explained to her is I said, your house, not you, but your house needs 2 hot water tanks. I says, again, I'm not trying to upsell you, but sometime you're going to sell this house. A home inspector is going to come in, he's going to look around and says, 140 gallon for this place, 3.5 bathrooms, and you're going to get the red X, which is going to go against your asking price. So when the home inspectors comes in, you want at least the amount of those red X's as you can so that you get your asking price, which you deserve. So I explained that to her, and I says, you know, when you go to sell your house, you're probably not going to sell it to a single person. You're going to sell it to a family of 4 or 5 or 6. She goes, yeah, absolutely. I fully understand that. And they'd be here comfortable. She says, you're right. Thanks for explaining that to me. Give me a whole new tank. which I want people to understand is not a lot different than taking out one tank. Because now when you take out a gas appliance, which is a hot water tank, you have to get a permit. Because the city has to come by and see that we've vented it correctly or have done something to do that. So to take out the tank would have been $200, $250, maybe $300 to cut it out, get rid of the vent, redo some plumbing of the piping because all the piping's on top. So we would have had to do a couple hours worth of work. So it could have been $200 to $300 to take that one out. But now the city wants a $200 permit or $180 permit. So now it's $500. We installed a new tank for $940. So it's so close, why even worry about it? And a lot of people don't know you have to get a permit when you do take a gas appliance out. Mike from Tally gave me a call about a walk-in tub up in the Northwest, I think Beddington. Give me a call, Northeast, Northwest. Give me a call about a walk-in tub. And I said, Mike, I've got the perfect answer for you. And we started proceeding with it.
Hi, well, we're at a new project today and excited to get started. This one, we're always excited to get started on projects that are a real dramatic change or a real update or have something that's a little bit different but probably a lot more common than you think. And we're at Robert and Sandra's house. We're going to be remodeling their main bathroom here, which this one was done a number of years ago, and they probably had some problems with it or some things they didn't love about it, and so we're going to update things now and just really kind of clean up the look, and they've chosen some great colors to really modernize and lighten up the bathroom. It all kind of started with their walk-in tub.
Walk-in tubs are very valuable. Our aging society do not like the apron of the tub. They don't like to lift their legs in and over and bend. The hardest part is once you get down, it's hard to get up. Mr. Gravity's going to get you down every time, but it's hard to get back up. The walk-in tub, you're sitting, shutting the door, filling up the tub.
So Robert and Sandra have had a walk-in tub for a while now, a number of years, and over the years they just kind of wear out a little bit. They're usually acrylic, so they yellow, they age a little bit, show a bit more staining, and it's time. It's just time to change it. So we've ordered a new walk-in tub, and for those unfamiliar with it, it will look very similar, but just be certainly updated. A new model with a built-in hand shower, fast filling tub filler, a power drain. So one of the criticisms of these tubs is that you have to sit there while the water drains. Well, this actually has a power pump that drains it like that. Really kind of a cool feature. And then we're going to tile. We've got a vinyl surround here mixed with glass tile on the walls, a vinyl floor, a shorter vanity for than what they have space for. So along with the color scheme, we're going to get them a bigger vanity, more counter space, a newer toilet that's at an ADA comfort height, easier to get sit down and stand up off of. We're going to have a tile floor and a tile surround rather than vinyl surround, because you can see it can get damaged over time with vinyl, where tile's a lot more resilient, and just give it a whole makeover. Because of all the wall tile, when we pull that off, a lot of the drywall comes with it. So it's also a bit of an opportunity to refresh all the drywall, especially after years and years of moisture, humidity. We'll be replacing the ceiling fan with one that moves the appropriate amount of air volume for this space, a lot quieter as well. And it'll be it'll be brand new. So we're really looking forward to it. Robert and Sandra, great couple, and we're happy to help them here. Well, we just uncrated the vanity. These are, we call them designer vanities. They're beautiful, really well made, but they come all inclusive. It includes the cabinet, the hardware, the countertop, an undermounted sink, and a matching backsplash if that's what you're using. Often come with wooden drawers, and they're different than custom. So custom, we can make any size we want. We also have to get then a custom countertop and buy a separate undermount sink. When you have different sizes or a special different size, that's when you want custom. But when you have room and a little bit of flexibility, these are a great way to go because they're really well made, they're guaranteed, and the prices are terrific. So a great way to save money with a real custom look.
A small house with only one bathroom. We'd have to find out who's living there. Are they seniors that would want a walk-in tub? Are they seniors that just want a shower base? A lot of seniors don't bathe anymore, but obviously they got to stay clean. So they want a shower base. We build in a lot of seats, have a portable seat, a tile in a seat. There's lots of options. If there's kids involved, just stay with your soaker tub. Okay, stay with your soaker tub because kids will bathe. Smaller kids, you have to bathe them. So it all depends on the family dynamics, of course. One bathroom house is a tough job, though, because we always got to make sure there's a toilet in there every single minute that we're working, of course, or when we're leaving. But it is a little bit tougher, but it depends on who's living in the house. With the walk-in tubs, we always have to make sure we have good access because it's a box. Not like your normal tub, which might be 16, 18, 20 inches tall. We can turn it sideways and get through any door. The walk-in tub is a box. It's going to be 48 inches tall, 42 inches tall, and 29 inches wide.
So this is our new tub. Just measured up the doorway. She's a little tight, so probably going to be pulling off the door frame or the door jamb at least to get it in. Just waiting to hear back from Mike to see what our next option is.
They've shortened it up as much as we can to get so we can get it through the door because they know bathroom doors are not 36 inches wide. So they have designed it so it can go in. We do have to pop the door, which is very easy. Sometimes the trim, the stop. It all depends on the job setup and the house, of course. But the walk-in tubs are bigger than normal. So there's a little bit of shenanigans going on to get that in sometimes. I use that word very loosely.
It's going.
Holy smokes.
It's going.
So we always run into something. We can be doing tiny projects. We can be doing huge whole house projects. Not a single one ever goes 100% according to plan.
So we're just drilling the holes and getting the faucet in place. Drainage is all ready to go, and then once we got that all in, we'll slide it into place, connect everything, and it'll be good to go. And the rest is on to Mike and his guys.
In that job, we used what we call plumbing furniture. There's two ways to do a vanity. We can build it from scratch. It can be a custom vanity. It can be a vanity that's made on a process line, which are still good. Cabinet Solutions make very, very great vanities, solid fronts. And then the top, it can be a quartz, it can be a granite, it can be a phony marble, it can be an arborite.
set the toilet in place, we'll put the faucet on, hook up the drainage, hook up the water, so they get their 3-piece bathroom back.
Delta Lahara. It was a Delta Lahara faucet. You will never go wrong with Delta. Delta is one of the founding fixtures of Canada. It was around when I was an apprentice back in the 80s. Anyhow, they've been around forever. They absorbed a couple other companies, Waltech and Peerless, over the years, and they're at the forefront, cutting edge of faucet innovation in Canada. The Gerber makes one of the best skirted toilets. You know I love Toto, but Toto doesn't make as nice a skirted toilet.
So you can see how it's a smooth finish, and they close it off. Oh, that makes my install a little harder. Looks nice, it's good for cleaning, just makes install a little harder. What we're doing here, normally I would connect on this connection here because this has to be a wrench tight connection, whereas this one's only a hand tight connection. But because of the skirt again, I'm actually going to attach this connection to the tank, drop it through my little hole I have right here, and then just redo this connection at the end. So just for my ease of installation, I'm actually going to take this off and add it to the tank first.
Well, Mike, as you know, this is one of my favorite times, the reveal.
Of course, yeah.
Now, I never got to see this at the beginning. Tell me what was here before you brought in the magic.
Well, you know what, Pete, it was similar in a couple of ways. They did have a walk-in tub. I believe it was certainly over 10 years old. They had a small vanity. They had a tall, just storage cabinet.
Okay.
And the toilet was here. So no relocations.
Right.
But what had happened is they had a renovation done before with a bunch of glass tile on the walls surrounding the mirror. They didn't like it over time and had some issues with the tile and grout lines and cracking and things like that. The mirror got removed out of it, so there's the outline in the tile. And so it just kind of got to a point where Robert and Sandy thought, you know what, it's time to just get it redone.
It's time.
Yeah.
There's a time.
Yeah.
Again, and everybody comes to that realization, and I'm going to compare it again to cars. I love comparing to cars because we go through a lot of cars in our lifetime, not near as much in renovation. It's one of those things, you buy a car, you get 1 year, 2 year problem-free, 3rd year, 4th year, you know, it's little breakdowns, a little wear and tear, not quite as good looking, the paint fades and all that, same as a renovation. But it's double the lifetime. The average renovation would be 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, probably in that range, Pete.
Again, you've done many 15 to 20 years, but
That's
10
right.
to 12 people start looking.
But if you remember how great you thought that Chevy Nova looked in 1995, and then we find ourselves a little bit, you know, into the new millennium a little bit, then it doesn't give you quite the same joy as it might have back
Exactly. This is one room of the house. You're in 5 times a day.
then. Yes.
That's a true stat. You're in here 5 times a day minimum. If you're my wife, you're in here 25 times. No, but at least 5 times a day. All right. And this was an American Standard.
That's right.
Yes, I remember. I remember locating this one and you talking back and forth with the plumber and this and that. That's great. And if they're happy, we're happy. And we got a Gerber in here.
Yeah, another Gerber.
Yeah.
You know, and we seem to do lots and lots of these, Pete. It's a one-piece skirted toilet. It looks clean. You don't see the tubing on the side, and it's also easy to clean.
They're a great price point and 1,000 grams flush.
That's right.
So it's one flush, gone. Because nobody wants to see their poop twice. Nobody.
You can get this whole package, including the cabinet, including the countertop, including the sink, delivered to your house for less than we can get a custom cabinet alone, and then have to buy the countertop, and then have to buy the sink.
Yep, exactly. I see we got a beautiful hair on there.
Yeah,
nice
the
big
single
high
handle.
arch, throws the water out. Beautiful, nice and easy to operate. Great job, Mike. That looks fantastic. Anyhow, let's go talk to the owner, see if they're happy.
Absolutely.
Well, we've seen the bathroom. Now we're going to meet the owners. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really good.
Good, good, good. How did it turn out? Bottom line, how did it turn out?
It turned out way better than I thought. It was easy going, and everybody is easy to work with.
Good, good.
And
How was the
great.
time frame? Was it, again, like Mike's got a lot of balls in the air. He's got tile guys, he's got electricians, he's got plumbers. How was the time frame that he said and what he met?
it was very, very close, and there was no problem with anything.
Good. Sandra and Robert were thrilled. They were very happy, and there's nothing makes me happier than a happy customer, of course. That's what it's all about, and that's what it's all about. Do what you love and make the people happy. Wherever you work, make sure they're happy customers. Well, you're all done, Chris. How did it go?
Nice, easy install.
Beautiful, nice, beautiful ream. You can't go wrong with them. Now this ream matches this ream that we put in about 4 years ago.
4 years ago,
That's
yeah.
right, yes. 50-gallon parallel system, I see.
Yep, parallel system.
So everything has to be equal with a parallel system. It's not as common as the series system in the dual tank. Series, hot water goes into tank 1, preheats goes into tank 2 and goes out. Parallel system is better wear and tear for the tanks because they wear and tear equally, but it has to be put in precisely. If it's not put in precisely, one tank will work harder than the other tank. And you put it in precisely, of course.
I did, yeah, of course.
Now, obviously, the old one was the wrong size.
It was, so they had a 40-gallon that we just replaced. So they got 250s
Now they got 250s. Lots. Huff will never run out of hot
Never,
water.
never.
That's right. And again, Bradford did its good for years and years, but we got the mighty ream in here now, 10-year warranty on it. They shouldn't have a problem at all.
No, they should.
There'll be no reason his team doesn't win the Grey Cup for us this year,
I
right?
don't see why not.
Well, let's go up and check with Sherry and Huff right now, make sure they're happy. John and Sherry were ecstatic. They were happy. John got to have a shower. When I can keep John happy, it's always good, of course, right? Because then I can say, why didn't we win if we ever lose?
Everything went great. Pete's been here numerous times, and we love Pete, and we truly appreciate everything he's done for us.
Well, we're all done, Huff. It should be about half an hour. You'll have hot water. Is that okay?
Hey, that's perfect. Yeah, there's tough times enough. These tough times without hot water, wow.
That's right. That's right. Two questions for you. Number one, is there going to be a season?
We all hope so, and fingers crossed.
Okay. Number two, are we going to be on top?
On top of the league,
Yes.
when we go in the field,
Yes.
always.
That's great. Another happy customer, and that's all we care about. Thanks, Huff. Keep up the good work.
Pete, same to you. Thank you kindly.
Thank you. Just a fantastic guy, and I love the stories. But I love making them happy.
For all your plumbing needs, you better call Pete.